Aloha, my name is Christina. Welcome to day 22 of my 31-day Pilates challenge. Grab your hand weights for this 15-minute arms and abs video, followed by a 10-minute booty blast workout. So come on down and let's get started. You're gonna grab up both weights and come all the way down flat to your back. All right. So we're gonna start just really simple, legs in tabletop, and then arms are gonna reach straight up to the ceiling. So take a moment, think about wrapping the waistline, press your shoulder blades down into the mat so your back is connected, and then simple, just inhale, bend wide, and then exhale, lift. 2, so think about it like a little bench press. 3, and a lift. 4, so you're using your back and your pecs to reach the arms up. 6, and then you're using your abs to keep your legs stable in tabletop. 2 more, 9, and 10. Arms are gonna reach up, palms face in. I'm totally gonna hit my wall. You're gonna inhale, open, and exhale, close. So kind of hug a tree, arms to close. 3. So as much as you're using your pecs and like the front of the chest. 5. Try to find connection with your back. 6. Like you're drawing your shoulder blades together. Good. And 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more, and 10. So from here, we're going to straighten the arms up. You're going to curl the chest up high, looking kind of between the legs. Arms are just gently going to press down and lift. 2. So if this bothers your neck at all, 3, you can always drop the head down. 4, and reach. And 5. So really reach the hands out. 6, maybe thinking past your toes. And 8. 2 more. 9. On the next one, we're going to hold palms face up. We're going to bicep curl, but as we straighten the arms, we're going to start to straighten the legs. And in, and 2, and in. Good, and 3, and reach. And 4, and in, and 5. So legs are squeezing together. 6, elbows are off the mat. 7, and 8. 2 more. And 9, last one. And 10. Good. Take a really quick breather, dropping the head, dropping the feet. Okay, so for this one, we're going to keep the legs out long and keep your head down. So we're focusing a little bit more on your low abs. All right, arms are straight up to the ceiling. You're going to reach the legs out if you can, maybe just a little bit past 90. Abs are scooped in, shoulder blades and the back of your head are pressing down into the mat as you circle around. 1. And 2. Lower the legs a little bit if you can. 3. The goal is to keep the legs straight and long, but without arching your back. 6. So if you start to find your back starting to arch. 7. Just reach legs higher or bend the knees. 9. 1 more. 10. Other direction. 4. 10. It's always harder on the low abs to keep the legs out with the head down. 3. So just we're focusing more on that for this one. And 5. Whew, it's a long time to hold your legs out. 6. You got it. 7. Wrap the low abs. And 8. 2 more. And 9. Last one. And 10. And then relax. Take a little breath there. Okay, let's do one more thing. Adding or curling up again, but we're going to add a bit of a twist. So legs up, but just in a frog position. Arms up to the ceiling. Curl up nice and high. So the arms are going to swing to the right, but left hand goes between the legs. And then you're going to switch. 2. Switch. 3. Good. And 4. And 5. I really think about reaching the arms forward. 7, like past the feet. 8. 1 more each side. 9. Last one. 10. And then relax. Very, very nice. Okay, come all the way up to sit. Just rock and roll yourself up to sit. We're only going to use one weight for this particular exercise. And you're going to come to all fours. Okay, so preferably on your hands and knees. It'll be really hard to do this all the way down on your elbows. So if you're unable to come up to hands and knees, you can do this with maybe your elbows on the couch. Well, one elbow will be on the couch. It just kind of like save your wrists if you need. All right, so I'm gonna do weight in the right hand, left leg reaches back behind me. I'm just gonna take a moment, find my balance. So options, you can either just do this, keeping both knees down, option 1. Option 2, leg is back, but your toes are still on the floor to help you balance. And then option 3, you can lift the leg up for a little bit of a harder balance. But we're just gonna focus on the arm. Right arm is just gonna swing up to the ceiling and down, straight arm. 2, and down. 3. So obviously this is gonna be the hardest to do. 5, because it's actually a lot of abs. 6 to find your balance. 7. So if you need to drop the leg down, 8, totally fine. 9, lift and hold. You're going to bend and straighten. So triceps, 2, and a reach. 3, and a reach. Good. 4, stretch. 5, kind of punching the knuckles back. 6, and 7. Good, and 8. 2 more, and 9. 1 more, and 10, and then relax it down. Let's do the exact same thing on the other side. So finding your balance, either both knees down, right toes on the floor, right toes off the floor. Up to you. So left arm is going to go straight up and down. 2, keeping the neck long. 3, and 4. So pulling the abs up. 5, finding your balance. 6, if you need to drop the foot down. 7, that's totally fine. 8, and 9. Lift and hold. You're going to bend and straighten. 2, and 3. So you can tell, even by, I'm on the other arm, that my elbow is pretty high. 6, and 7, and 8. Ooh, it's much harder to balance. 9, and 10, and then relax everything down. Okay, take a little moment. So now we're going to go back to the first side. We're going to reach the right arm like overhead, which is a much harder position to hold. If it gets to be too much into your neck, maybe try this without the weight. If you can, we're going to add the leg at the same time. So left leg reaches back, right arm reaches forward, finding your balance. Okay, everything lifts up, woo, and down. 2, 3, abs are scooped. 4, finding your balance. 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 2 more. 9, and 10, and then relax. Good. Do the same thing on the other side. So right foot reaches back, find your balance. Left arm reaches out. Okay. Ooh. Here we go. Everything comes up, everything comes down. So the arm and the leg are straight. 3, good. 4, and 5. So zipping up through the abs. 6, reaching everything long. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more. 10, and then woo, relax down. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Again, we're only going to use one weight for this one. I guess it kind of depends on how heavy your weights are. These are 3 pounds. If you only have maybe 1 pound, you can add the 2 of them together. If you only have like 5 pounds, probably stick with just 1. Okay, so options with the weight. If the arms are forward and the weight is forward, your center of balance, your center of gravity is going to be a little slightly forward. The closer the hands in, the harder it's going to be because your body is going to want to tip back, but you want to use your abs to keep your body upright from falling backwards. Okay, so let's start with the legs, with the arms out. Drop the shoulder blades down. You're going to rock back so you're on your tailbone. Really simple, a little bit of marching, finding your balance. Good, and 4. So the closer the hands get into the chest. 6, the harder it is to balance. 8, maybe go halfway. 9, and 10. Good. Can we bring both legs in a tabletop? Finding your balance. Single leg stretch. Right leg goes out and switch. 2. So arms straight is one option. 3. Elbows bent is another option. 5. Arms all the way or hand weight to the chest is another option. 7, and 8. Oh gosh, this is much harder. And 9, and 10, and 10. Come all the way up. Take a really quick second. Okay, double leg stretch. So legs are going out, but we are going to lean back. So weight wherever you want. I'm going to try to the chest. Bring the legs in a tabletop. You're going to inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull in. 10, 2, oh gosh, 3, ooh, and 4. So arms straight is one thing. 5. Elbows bent is another. 6. Hands to the chest is 7. Oh gosh, 8. And 9. 1 more. 10. And then come up and relax. Okay, take a little moment there. We're going to do a twisting series. So back and forth, pretty quick, 4 sets of 8. So both feet are going to start down for the first one. Arms are going to go fairly straight forward, and then tuck your pelvis and lean back. Okay, shoulder blades down the back, twist right and left. 2, switch, and 3, switch, and 4. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, 2, right leg tabletop. Keep going. Switch, and 2, switch, and 3, and 4. It's getting harder to balance. 5, and 6, 7, 7, 8. Switch legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 2, both legs up, last side, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, keep going, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then come all the way up. Whew, very nice. Okay, we're gonna go up to standing, so grab both weights. For this series, I'm going to face sideways because I feel like it's a little bit easier to see what's happening with my body versus straight forward towards the camera. Okay, fixing my shorts. Grabbing both weights. So I'm going to bend the knees. I know my top is kind of like loose today, but as I lean forward, my back is flat and my abs are pulled in. Let's do this. What we don't want is super archy back, your ribs are out, and then your abs are out. So you really want to scoop everything in to protect your low back. Okay, arms are going to start forward, dropping the shoulder blades down. Again, here we go. Options. You can either just stay here. I'm going to do a big old arm series. I am going to start to add a little bit of stepping back and forth. If that really messes with your balance, just keep the feet together. Totally fine. Okay. I'm just going to reach forward, dropping the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to gently, not swing, press the arms back. Right foot taps back and forward. 2 and 3. So abs and glutes to balance. 4. Neck is long. 5 and 6. Less of a swing, more of a press. And 8. So then we don't kick in momentum. Now, 9. Press back and hold. We're going to just triceps bend and straighten. 2. 3, and if you want to add an extra challenge, 4, maybe your right leg comes off. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 2 more. 9, 10, and then relax. Take a little breath. Good. Same thing other side with the legs, but we're going to change the arms. Bend the knees. Arms reach forward, palms face down. So as we swing the elbows out, I think less to the ceiling and more behind you. We're going to do that for 10. And then we're going to do kind of, we did this earlier, like a reverse hug-a-tree. Again, instead of aiming the arms up to the ceiling, which gets into your neck a lot, you want to aim the arms behind you, which is a little more low, like traps and bra line. Okay, here we go. Arms are going to reach forward. Good. Elbows swing back as your left foot steps back and then in. 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Ooh, 5. This side's always a little bit harder for me to balance. 6. You got it. 7. Neck is long. 8 and 9. Press back and hold. Arms reach forward again, but palms face in. Elbows slightly bend and swing open and closed. 2. Again, right in like the middle back bra line. 4. If you want, if you can, maybe the leg comes up. 6 and 7. Oh gosh. 8. 2 more. 9. Ooh, last one. 10 and then relax. Good. Take a little moment. Shake it out. Okay. So depending on how heavy and how big your hand weights are, can you try, I'm going to cross them. I'm going to attempt to, oh, that's better. Grab them both with one hand. If you can't grab both with one hand, just hold one. That's totally fine. Okay, we're going to come to standing with the legs parallel. I'm going to face forward. Top hand, or the other hand, is going to go right behind the head. So standing up tall, dropping shoulder blades down. Don't drop the weight. I'm going to inhale, drop like my torso, side bend over towards the weight. And then I'm going to use this oblique to lift. Inhale, lower. 2, try to go over as far as you can. And 4. So you're getting that really big stretch. 5 of the obliques. 6 before you stand. Good. 7 and 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more full one. 10. We're going to drop down about halfway or stretch as much as you can. Little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel it. Big engagement here. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then come all the way back up. Good. Same thing other side. Attempting to grab without dropping it on your foot. Okay. Shoulder blades are down the back. Stand up super tall. Inhale, side bend over. Exhale, lift. And 2. Ooh, that's different. 3. Much tighter. 4 and up. You got it. And 5. Inhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Almost there. And 8. 2 more. And 9. 1 more full one. 10. Halfway down. Little pulses up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then come all the way up. Very nice. Okay, last little series here. You're gonna come all the way back down to your mat. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of one hand weight. We're gonna do a little plank series. So we're gonna be holding the weight as we open and do a twist. Okay, so full plank if you can. Feet are gonna reach back. Your feet are gonna go a little bit wider, maybe about as like shoulder distance to help you balance. So my left hand kind of comes to the middle of the mat. Right hand grabs the weight. I'm gonna open to the camera. I come down and then I switch. Come down 3 and open. Good. Come down 4 and open. And 5 and back and forth. You got it. And 6 and open. And 7 and open. Good. And 8 and reach. And 9 and reach. Good. We're going to hold on this next one. Arm goes up, little pulses up and down with the hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to come back to the first side, rotate over and around, little pulses up and down again. 2, 3, 4. You got it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh gosh. 9, 10, and then relax. Good. Take a quick moment. Maybe just do a child's pose. Take a moment, stretch your back, give your wrists a break. Awesome. You made it. Thank you so much for joining me for our 15-minute arms and abs series using our hand weights. My name is Christina. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Aloha. So come on down to your mat and let's get started. We'll start laying all the way down on your back today with bridging. Think about actively pushing your shoulder blades down. You're squeezing your legs together and find your abs. As always, because it's Pilates, you're going to tuck your pelvis under, roll the hips up to the ceiling. Think about reaching out to the knees and just roll it back down. 4 more. So just kind of warming up your spine and your back, just getting in touch with your glutes and your hamstrings, and then roll it back down. Actively push your shoulders down just so your chest stays open for 3. Think about articulating down through the spine. 2 more. Abs are pulled in, glutes are engaged. 2. Inhale there, and then exhale, roll it back down. Very nice. On the next one, you're going to roll up and hold. Take a moment here, pull the abs in, reach the right leg straight up to the ceiling. Can you flex the foot, lower the leg, point the foot, lift, flex lower. 2. So you're moving the leg with the abs. 3. And then think about squeezing your left glute at 5. So your hips are really still at level. Keep going. 7 and 8. Very nice. And 9. Hold that right leg straight up to the ceiling. Flex your foot. Drop your butt all the way down for 5. Lift it up. 4. Be really careful that you're not arching the back. 3. Isolating that left glute. 2. Hold the hips up to the ceiling. Pulse your booty up and down. 10. 3. 5. You got it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the leg back down. Go straight to the other side. Left leg reaches up. Flex the foot lower. Point to lift. And 2. Abs are pulled in. Keep your hips still. 3 and 4. If the foot choreography doesn't make any sense, 5. You can skip it. 6. Squeeze that right glute. 7. Press your shoulder blades down. 8. 2 more. 9. Hold that left leg up to the ceiling. Flex the foot. Drop the hips down for 5. Lift. 4. Pull the abs in so you don't arch the back. And 2. Hold the hips up to the ceiling. Pulse your hips up and down for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Drop the foot down and gently roll down. So you're all like kind of taking the shape and just going to roll over to one side. So from here, I'm going to lay the head all the way down. Abs are pulled in. Top hand is on the hip. I'm going to go straight into clams. So really simple. I'm isolating now like the outside of my left glute. And 4. It's called your glute med. And 5. And 6. So my spine is long. 7. My abs are always pulling in. 8. Because it's Pilates. And 9. 10. You're going to do elevated clams. So feet are floating. Lift the knee up and down. 2. So same shape. 3. Just your feet are floating. 4. Try to keep the spine long. 5. And 6. You got it. And 7. And 8. It's already starting to burn. 9. And 10. Drop everything down. Reach that left leg out. Keep it long. Keep your spine long. Little pulses to the ceiling today. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to swing it forward, toes to the floor. Good. Pulse it up to the ceiling again. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to swing it back. Maybe the foot is parallel. Your toes are pointing forward. Pulse it up again. 10, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do big circles. Legs going to go forward, up, and around. Your goal is to keep your hips still, and you're really isolating the outside of that left glute. And 4. Nice. You got it. 5, and reach, and 6, and 7, and 8. As big as you can without compromising your hips. So you want to keep everything else really still. Good. Finish a circle and go the other direction. 10, and 2. Very nice. And 3, and 4. So as much as you're using your glute, 5, you're using your abs to stabilize your hips. And 7, and 8, sneaky. I'm sneaking in some abs. 9, one more full circle. And then relax. Take a little moment. We're going to go straight to the other side. Since we're trying to keep it under 10 minutes, we want to get through everything as quickly but as efficiently. So we want to make sure that your spine is long, your abs are pulled in, your top hand's on your hip, and you're just going to go straight into your clams. 2, so my bottom leg is relaxed. 3, and 4, I'm just really isolating now my right glute. And 6, and 7, you got it. 8, and 9, and 10. Elevated clams, feet are floating, lift it up again. And 2, and 3, making sure that you're kind of using like the side of your butt. 5, not the hip. 6, story of my life. And 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Relax everything down. Extend the top leg out. Keep your spine long. Little pulses for 10, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swing it forward. Toes to the floor. Pulse it up again. 2, 3, 4, 5. You got it. 7, 9, 10. Swing it back. Good. Parallel toes. Pulse it up to the ceiling. 3, 5. Make sure the hip doesn't move. 9, 10. Big circles. Legs going to go forward, up, and around. 2. So as big as you can without moving the hips. 3, and 4, and 5. So it might not be as like satisfying. 6. The circle might not be as big. 7. But it forces you to use your abs more than you think. And 9. Ooh, one more. 10. Finish a circle and go the other direction. So you're almost squeezing like where your butt and your hamstring meet, top of the leg, as the leg goes back. Reach up and around. And 5, and 6. You got it. Almost there. 7, and 8, and 9. One more. 10. And then relax it back down. Good. Okay, we'll stretch at the end. You're going to rotate down to your tummy. I'm going to get my hair out of the way. You can fold the hands right over one another. Bring your forehead onto the hands. I'm going to keep my head up slightly so you can still hear me. I'm going to squeeze the legs together, shrug the shoulders down, and lift both legs up and down. 2, and 3. If this bothers your back, you can actually sneak a pillow underneath your hips. And 6, because I want to use my legs, not my back. 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. I'm going to separate the legs, turn them out, so kind of rotating outwards from the thighs. Lift the legs up and down again. And 9. Should be like a little easier. 8, and 7, and 6, making sure you're lifting from your glutes and hamstrings. And 4, not from the shoulders. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. You're going to bend the knees. Your knees are still separated, so your legs are still turned out. You're going to squeeze your heels together. Your feet are like in a little froggy Pilates V. For this one, I think about doing a footprint up to the ceiling. Thighs come up and down. 2, woo, this one's hard. 3, 4, pull the abs in to support your low back. And 6, you don't want to arch the back. You want to isolate the glutes. And 8, good. And 9, and 10. Good. Relax it back down. Good. You're going to lengthen out through the legs. Pull the abs in. Lift the legs up. Good. From our Pilates classical mat, we're going to do swimming legs. So little pitter patters with the legs. Forehead is still down if you need. Super straight legs. Legs are pretty close together. Pull the abs in. Let's go for another 5, and 4, and 3. You got it. 2 and 1. And then relax it back down. Press back into a really quick child's pose. Ooh, take a moment, stretch your back. All right. Let's come all the way up to stand. I'm going to do a little squat series. I'm going to face sideways just so you can kind of see what's happening with my back and my hips. We'll treat this more like a little chair pose in yoga. So start with the arms down by the sides. Feet are about hip bone distance apart. And you're going to squat down into your chair pose. So you want to make sure your knees and toes are pointing directly forward. You're pretty low. You're dropping the shoulders down. You're not necessarily looking forward because that's not like the same shape of my spine. I'm angling my head down a little bit. I'm going to squeeze my glutes to come all the way up. Good. Let's do 10 from here. 10 and up and 9 and up and 8. Really swing the arms up from your back. 7 and 6. Always use the abs. 5. This is Pilates. And 4. Also, it gets you out of your back. 3 and 2. Hold at the bottom. Little pulses up and down from the legs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to stand all the way up. For this one, I'll face forward. You're going to do a little ballet second position. Knees and toes are pointing out. And you're going to bend the knees. Take a sneak peek down. Make sure your knees and toes are pointing the same direction. Arms are going to be wherever you want. I'm going to do like a little hands in front of my chest today. And I'm going to stand all the way up. 10 here. 10. And lift. 2. And 3. Really squeeze the glutes. 4. All the muscles that we use when you're laying on your side. 6. We want to use those to keep your knees open. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Hold at the bottom of the next one. Little pulses up and down for 10. 3, 5, you got it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Come all the way up. All right, take a little moment. We're going to try one more thing here. We're going to try a little single leg squats. I'm going to, again, face sideways. It's really hard. You can't go down nearly as far, but it's a really good one to figure out if you're balancing correctly and if you can really fire your glute. So I'm balancing here on my left foot. My right leg's floating. It can be bent. It can be straight, whatever you want. You're going to bring your hands in front of the chest. I'm going to slightly sit back. My glute is engaged. My knees and toes are pointing forward. I'm going to stand up. 10, 2. So I'm not going down nearly as far. 3. And I'm really forcing 4. Myself to use the side of the butt. 5 and 6. Whoa. And 7 and 8. So if you're near something, you want to balance on something or grab onto something, that's totally fine. And 10. And come back up. Okay, I'm going to face forward for this one. You want to make sure that this knee is not wobbling around. So we stabilize this glute. We want to make sure the knee points directly forward. Good, and I'm going to stand all the way up. Ooh, 2. This side's harder for me to balance. 3. Trying not to wobble my knee. 4. Oh, that one's better. And 5. Squeezing the glute and hamstring. 6. And 7. Ooh, you got it. And 8. And 9. One more. 10. And then relax. Good. Give it a little shake. All right, come on down to your mat. Let's go ahead and lay down on your back. Just a really quick figure 4 stretch. One ankle crosses over. Reach through the legs and grab the thigh and give it a pull. Awesome. Other side. Oh, this side's much tighter. All right. Come on up. And you guys are all set. Really quick 10. Maybe that was like a little 11 minutes, but that's okay. Booty Blast series today. Once again, my name is Christina. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Aloha.